Well, hey there, CATF. We've been talking about how we can make Church at the Falls a place where people truly belong even before they believe. And we've been talking some very practical examples of how we can be part of doing that each and every Sunday. I want to talk about a few more today. The first thing I want to talk about is, I mentioned it before, when you walk into a new place, especially if it's you've never been to a place like that before, you don't know anything. You don't know where you're going. It's just a very uncomfortable situation. I've been to quite a few kids, youth plays or school performances, and I don't know where I'm going. I'm walking into their high school, and they know where everything is. I don't. That's awkward. I'm trying to figure out where I get the tickets and where the auditorium is, all that. It's just an awkward thing to do, and you've been in those types of situations too. People are going to feel that when they walk into our church. So why not keep that in mind and help them? Why not be their tour guide? You've said hi, you've gotten to know them a little bit. Show them around. Show them where to grab a coffee. Great way to break the ice. Show them where the washrooms are, where to drop the kids off, where the auditorium is. Help show them all of these things. Even point out the connection cards that are in their program so we can follow up with them afterwards. But just help them to feel like they get a little bit of sense of the lay of the land, and ultimately they feel a little bit more comfortable in the building. It's such a small thing that they can make a big, big difference. The other thing I want to mention is, why not go beyond Sunday? Sunday we can do so many practical things and they're all wonderful. But let's go beyond Sunday. And what I mean by that is, when you've just met someone new, write down their names, plug it into your phone, and why not pray for them? Why not pray for them? I just had a couple I met this past Sunday, wrote their names down on my phone so I wouldn't forget them. I already had to ask them a couple times. Wrote the names down so I would know it for next week. And on the way home, I just prayed for them. I prayed for them that they would come back to our church. I prayed that if it wasn't our church, they'd find another church that just suited them. I prayed for them individually and for their marriage. But why not take it beyond Sunday? Why not pray for them? Some of the things that we've been talking about so far, they're all going to know. They're going to know that you did those things for them. But praying for them, they might never know. But you also never know what God's going to do. You never know what God might have been just waiting for. He might have been waiting for you to say, I care about these people, and I want to do something in their lives. If you're willing to do something, God, I'm willing to kind of come alongside them and support them and make them feel a part of this church. You never know. You never know. Pray for them. Don't underestimate the power of prayer. So take it beyond Sunday. Lastly, be yourself. There's a lot of crazy Christians in the world. Don't be one. Don't be one. We all can feel uncomfortable when people are just fake around us. We all can kind of sense that from a mile away. And new people in a church, their antennas for that type of stuff is just going to be so sensitive. So just make them feel welcome by being yourself. Don't have to be some great charismatic person. You don't have to be like some other person you look at in the church and go, oh my goodness, they are really awesome. If you're the more quiet type, you can come up and talk to them as a more quiet type. If you're the charismatic person, you can come up and be that. But just be yourself, because people smell phony. People already think that church is full of hypocrites and phonies. Let's not reiterate that. Just be yourself. Just help them feel welcome. One of the things, greatest examples I can think of of this is when Val and I used to go to church in London. When we're dating, we'd go to some Saturday evenings services, and there's this older gentleman who would welcome you as you walked in the door, and every time, he made you feel like you were the only one he was waiting for. And it was a larger church. He had no idea, and we didn't go all that often. He had absolutely no idea who we are, but he made you feel like he was waiting for you. And you just got that sense of whether it was 5 people that showed up that night or 5,000. He was welcoming every single person just like that because he cared for them. And that was in his heart. He really felt a passion for people, and he knew God can work in their lives, and it was an amazing thing. So last thing I just want to kind of close off to you, something I've been reminded even today. All these things are easy to kind of shrug off and say, oh yeah, okay. Let me encourage you, you never know the impact you're going to have on somebody. You never know. It can seem really small. And I can tell story after story of youth in particular who I didn't really think it had a big impact on. I was there to help out, or I was there as the leader. But they told me later that was a big deal to them. And I'm just shocked each and every time I hear that about the impact that someone thought I had in their lives, in people's lives I wouldn't have expected that from. Even a guy messaged me on Facebook today saying that I was there for him in a tough time in his life and he was looking for some advice. And I was just completely shocked by it because I just didn't think we made that connection that maybe he thinks we did. So you never, ever, never know what kind of impact you're going to you have on someone's life. You never know what kind of impact you'll have by just being friendly to people, just being there for people. So I encourage you, really be a part of this team. Really be a part of making Church of the Falls a place where people belong, even before they believe, because you never, ever know the impact you might have.